Barclays international organisation operating across many jurisdictions, and so I'd be keen to hear your sort of thoughts there. Where Barclays is obviously facing into this challenge, and I'm sure that it's started to also implement AI and robotics into its organisation. So, how are you seeing the future of work in a Barclays concept, and also how is Barclays facing into the challenge of redeveloping the skills of the workforce?
So intelligent automation is here to stay, and it is making many jobs redundant. Also, tasks which are repetitive in nature are reducing in frequency, and also activities which are increasing in frequency are interactive, conversations, collaboration, and so on and so forth. In this backdrop, another overarching theme I see is that everybody has the knowledge, but it is about who's able to do what with the knowledge is the key, because knowledge has become a commodity. And organizations are now taking a stance, and I can speak for myself, in that what are repetitive or low-end activities are being sort of offshored into bigger locations of scale or centers of excellence, where they can be done in a far more efficient manner and cost safe. And particular business locations which need support have value-add people, those with the cognitive thinking processes, those who are able to communicate the message and actually bring out business outcomes. So both in terms of cost saving and in terms of value add, the organizations are actually able to balance out by segregating different sets of workforces for what it works in their various locations, different locations. And when you say skill sets, I want to say this, and I can take a finance example for myself. So if I see in finance, let's say if I have the finance team reporting to me, I can see that about 40 to 50% of the jobs can be automated altogether, and another 50 plus actually could be augmented in that the roles that they do today, which is basically sort of process, analyze, and report the data, can then move from being a fully controlled function when it's financial control, and if it's a FP&A person, it could move to being actually a very valuable business partner. So there are various roles which are changing, and everything will find a house in itself. But we'll have to find skill sets, and to these augmented roles, you need skill sets like communication, the ability to tell the story, to able to critically reason and actually bring out the real insight to drive business. So those skill sets have to be acquired, and those are not available off the shelf. It's not taught in schools. Those will come by learning processes.
Yeah, thank you. And look, I think it's really interesting that both you and Diana have brought up the fact that as we move away from the process orientation of a lot of roles, the focus on the sorts of skill sets like communication, like empathy, etc., are going to become far more important. So, how does an organisation then start to face into this sort of learning unlock that we need to go through? Whether it's in traditional sorts of roles, whether it's finance, whether it's credit, whether it's operational type roles. How do we start to unlock that learning journey?
It's Marshall Goldsmith who said, right, what got you here won't get you there. So the traditional models of classroom teaching or web-based e-learning are outdated. What is needed now is experiential learning. And experiential learning can be the traditional form. It could be that you learn on the job, working with somebody else, or it could be design thinking. But really, what has caused this situation for us is technology, and we can actually leverage the same technology to really make a big difference. And when I say technology can make a difference, traditionally we know of pilots and simulation stairs and so on, and how they learn to fly, because they can't be learning to fly a live plane. But similar simulations are available now thanks to technology. So you can, in a very safe environment, actually do activities as if you would do it on your actual job and realize outcomes, get feedback, and become better prepared for when you're on the job. That's simulation. But the biggest thing inside that, and I see that, is virtual reality. And this is a use case, and this is a documented use case of a very large US bank, which has implemented virtual reality training. And folks are just sat with a headset in one place, and they're able to virtually connect with clients, with co-workers, and actually play out different simulations. So they're far better prepared for the actual work case scenario than anybody else. That's virtual reality. Secondly, if you look at artificial intelligence, all of us learn very differently. We don't have the same sort of learning skill sets. So somebody might learn faster, somebody slower, and so forth. So with artificial intelligence, when you take a training, the training can in real time turn itself into what
works for you best in the sense of turning the lessons or the activities to give you the best possible experience. So right from the bottom up, different people will need different kinds of training. So that also is covered. And finally, and last bit that I see is the broadening of skills. So someone like a finance person like me, obviously we are traditional accountants, but that doesn't work in the new world, right? So we need communication skills, we need soft skills, and the ability to really do critical reasoning. Flip it aside and you look at a marketing person. A marketing person is a creative person. But today, a person cannot be only a creative person. A person needs to be able to look at data sets, analyze what the social media outputs are coming through, or what's happening on the web, what's the performance indicators. So skills are overlapping. And you need a broad base of skills. So we also need to train for this big basket of skills, and not one particular one.
Thank you. And Diana, did you want to expand on